welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and welcome to the first ever CoolFigurez collection tour. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel's all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. If that's your sort of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you stay notified when I do upload new content. And if you do enjoy this video or any other content that I put out, please remember to give them a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow, and it's free and easy for you to do. Well, with all that out of the way, guys, once again, welcome to the first ever CoolFigurez collection tour, guys. I know I've been saying I was going to make this video for a long time now. You guys have been asking for it. I've got plenty of people asking to see, how I display things and whatnot. And yeah, I'm finally gonna do it. I decided, as all collections are, it's gonna grow, and in order for it to grow, we have to rearrange some things. We have to do some mounting. We have to do some shelving, and so I figured before we start moving things around, most likely the day this video goes up will be the day I start moving stuff around in here. Why not give you guys a tour? Why not give you guys a look? Not only just for you guys, but also for myself, to preserve what my collection looked like prior to rearranging it and stuff. And now that I look back, honestly, I'm pretty kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't do these more along the way of my journey, because I could have seen my collection grow and change along with you guys, and look back and oh wow, look how it used to be versus what it's like now. But I guess we can do that moving forward from here. But so yeah, guys, super excited to finally bring you this collection tour. You guys have definitely seen bits and pieces of my collection throughout my podcast. My original one, Toy News Toy Talk, and now my brand new one, Coffee and Toys. So, but that's really only been like half of my collection. As you can see behind me here, we have another portion, and then over here we have another portion. So we will go through everything, don't worry. But yeah, guys, super excited to bring you guys this, and don't worry, I'm not going to be standing in front of the camera the whole time showing you guys this and that. I'm going to go ahead and focus on the toys after this, but I just wanted to give you guys an intro. And before we even get into that, like I said, the day this goes up, I'll probably start rearranging stuff if I have time, and it will actually be Thanksgiving. And I just wanted to say thank you so much to each and every single one of you that have taken time out of your busy day to like, share, comment, subscribe, or even just watch a bit of any of my videos. It really means a lot. I really do appreciate it, so thank you so much. And yeah, let's get on with the room tour, or the collection tour, guys. Before we get started with the tour, guys, I just want to show you guys these real quick, cheap, and easy way that you can actually light your displays, and that is with these cool magnetic strip lights. They are rechargeable, so they aren't wired in or anything. You do have to recharge them. You do have to recharge them and all, but as you can see, they're pretty bright, and you can control them in any which way. They come with this really cool remote, a lot of functions and stuff. They are motion lights too, so as you saw, this one did turn off. The sun's just not getting it, but you can also turn it on to the always on mode, and it will stay on. You have a 50% brightness. It's kind of hard to see here because it's the camera, but just know you can do a lot of cool stuff. Just know it is a magnetic strip, so I did have to use some alien tape to secure some of these magnetic strips as they were falling down, while other ones just kind of stayed on their own, so just be aware of that. But yeah, guys, on to the tour. Alright guys, so I decided to go ahead and voice over this because I did record while I was speaking, but I did not like the way the audio came out because I wasn't always facing the mic. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and voice over this. So if something's a little off between what I'm doing and what I'm saying, that's probably the reason why. But starting off with my favorite shelf of all, we have my Batman shelf. Here we have the Neca 1989 Batman prop replica. A prop replica of the Batarang from BVS and Justice League. It is a heavy metal. The stand itself is the bat symbol on Batfleck on his chest, so that's really cool. There's a magnet on the back, so it just attaches right there, nice and easy. This is my dresser, so I do have my cologne there, but Something not associated to Batman behind there is this T-1000 head, and it opens up, and that's where my car keys go. So that's why that's up there. And even though it's not Batman related, it's pop culture and it's functional. So yeah, moving on though, we do have some DC Direct cowls right here. We have Arkham Asylum, Rebirth, and The Dark Knight Returns. We have another Dark Knight Returns cowl up there next to a Soap Studios Joker. No, I know he's not Batman, but he's Batman related, and I did happen to run out of space where I put him, so I went ahead and dropped him down to the Batman shelf. Next up, we do have Mikey dressed as Batman, chilling with Batman from the Tmnt vs. Batman line. We do have an art print of Batman that I got back from 2018 at WonderCon. And back here, I do have a 3D print of the villains from the Batman's Rogue Gallery. I do have a Batman one, but you can't really see Batman if I put him there, so I went ahead and put that one there. So moving on, we do have the NECA 1989 graphical launcher. We do have a smashed bat cowl from the Dark Knight Returns special edition release. We do have a Soap Studios Dark Knight, a Diamond Select Justice League statue, as well as this amazing 3D changing print that my dad got me from Christmas about 2-3 years ago. So you see Batman right there, or you see him dive bombing down into the streets of Gotham, and I just think that's a really cool thing. But next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this other Batman statue that I have up here, which is actually my favorite because he just shows them all, you know, brute force and standing on top of a gargoyle. Very, very classic Batman. And in the very back, we do have the Funko Pop Wayne Manor. I like it up there because it kind of looks like it's far in the distance. But yeah, guys, that is my Batman shelf, but don't worry, he will make an appearance again, especially considering that I have a whole McFarlane shelf dedicated to that. Speaking of that shelf, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So starting off, I do have the 2 Batman Beyond versions that McFarlane has released, as well as the tactical suit from Justice League, but with a Mezco Bruce Wayne head. Next up, we do have the Asylum Batman from the Last Night on Earth storyline, The Dark Knight Returns, the Grim Knight, as well as Dark Knight's Metal Batman with the guitar, the Todd McFarlane versions of Batman, both the regular and the gold label, and of course Arkham Asylum Batman. I do have Arkham Knight Batman, and he will make an appearance very soon, but until then, let's move on to my Mezco shelf. So here are my 4 Marvel Mezcos that I have: Daredevil, Wolverine, Cyclops, and of course Magneto. Shout out to V-Rare Store for gifting me that for my previous birthday. And next up, we do of course not have just 1 or 2 Batman, but 3. So we have 3 Mezco Batmans: the Sovereign Knight, 2 Supreme Knights, 2 Jokers, and the Justice League. Now I know this Superman, Flash, and Batman aren't the ones in the Justice League, but I have the Mezco ones on pre-order, so until they come in, those will be on standby and standing in. I know Cyborg isn't a Mezco figure, but I hope they'll make them soon. And in the background, I do have the zombified Batman and Joker from the DC Direct line from Deceased. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at my what I call my Mezco Rumble Society shelf. So it starts off with my 5-point Mezco Gomez there with the gold head. We got Hazard Squad, we got Red Death Doc Knock, Agent Gomez, and 3 Black Skulls. Now I will be adding to the shelf very soon because I have about 3 new Mezcos coming in. So stay on the lookout for the updated version where you'll be able to see them. Inside, we actually have Arnie as the T-1000, all dressed up and ready to kill. And we, of course, have Baba Yaga himself, John Wick, ready to take out the Black Skulls right outside the windows. So, just a fun all-around shelf, and I just absolutely love Mezco and Mezco's Rumble Society. Speaking of these lights though, they are fairy lights that I bought at the Dollar Tree, so if you want to light your dioramas, I highly recommend you going right now because they have them for $1, usually during Halloween and Christmas time, because you know that's usually when you use lights. So head on over to your local Dollar Tree and see if they have them in stock. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one right here. This shelf right here, and it is basically another Star Wars shelf. We have some Diamond Select stuff. We have some Tchaikovsky Clone Trooper bust right there, mini bust. We have another Diamond Select Darth Maul, a hyper real Darth Vader, and an elite Death Trooper. And we have Oscar Isaacs, Poe Dameron's X-Wing right there. Next up, we have a bunch of pins and keychains that are just pop culture related: Harry Potter, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, TMNT, and a bunch of pins that are just, Star Wars related. And of course, my badge for when I competed at Nationals. Moving on to the next shelf we have right here is my episode 1 shelf, where the Duel of Fates is going on with some droids and the brand new Droidica, which I opened on the previous week's episode of Coffee and Toys. And of course, we do have a Pirates of the Caribbean shelf. I absolutely love that franchise and that character, so I thought he deserved his own shelf. Moving on to the archway right here of Gomez's. So we have Shri Gomez on a magnetic Mezco clip, as well as Clan of the Golden Dragon Gomez right there. So this has to be one of my favorite parts of my display, and because aside from action figures and stuff, I love setting scenes like this where you have Anakin's lightsaber in the background, you have Luke's little X-Wing right there, his lightsaber, his helmet, and of course the Luke Skywalker glove. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this brand new Batman 66 dial that I just basically put up since I just got this brand new McFarlane Batcave playset and Batmobile. And of course, I got the new Basic Fun Toys Tiny TV Batman version, and right here you saw me struggling to turn it on. I finally got it on, but as you can see, the Cape Crusader and his boy Wonder and Alfred is of course on the screen. We're gonna go ahead and change the channel so we can actually see Batman in action right here after the Joker. So moving on to the next shelf, we do have Hoth. We have the Black Series. I forgot what they called these. They were centerpieces. This was the Luke Hoth centerpiece with a few figures added. This was the Kylo Ren centerpiece with a few figures added. And the really cool thing is they do light up. I tried to light it up here, but it didn't want to light up. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the Luke version right here light up, and it does light up pretty well. And I actually ended up fixing, because like with this one in particular, the top doesn't always stay down, and if it doesn't stay down, the connection isn't there. But you just got to press it down a bit, wobble it, and try it again, and next thing you know it, voila, it's gonna turn on, as you saw right there. And I'll go ahead and pull the camera down so you guys can get a better look. So it's a really cool centerpiece, and one of my favorite scenes from the trilogy, or the new trilogy that we got. But moving on to the shelving above everything else, we do have a small Marvel section right here. I am not the biggest Marvel fan, but I do have a love for Spider-Man and Daredevil, and I got that statue of Ebony Mod from Chris, my guest co-host on Coffee and Toys, for my birthday last year, or Christmas. I believe it was actually Christmas. So like I said, Batman will of course make an appearance, and here he is alongside Superman, Joker, and of course Bane. So here, as you can see, it kind of transitions from a little bit of Batman to a little bit of Batman's Rogues Gallery. So if you can't tell, I fucking love Batman. Here we have some more McFarlane figures: the Bane Build-A-Figure, the Dark Father Build-A-Figure, the Apocalypse, Darkseid Steppenwolf, the Violator. And I just got this new Diamond Select Batman Deceased statue, which is really cool. And this is right here is my Halo corner. Honestly, that collection grew a lot faster and a lot bigger than I expected. I was just thinking a few figures, and next thing you know, they have their own corner. But moving on to my Tmnt Diorama, here you'll find nothing but TMNT related toys. As you can see, all throughout the ages, all kinds, Playmates, NECA, DC Direct, because inside there I have the TMNT versions of the Ninja Turtles from the TMNT vs. Batman movie. And once again, I do have this diorama lit up. Here I have Casey taking care of a foot ninja trying to get away. I don't really have the turtles in here, but I was using them for a shoot, so a lot of stuff is actually incomplete in my collection right now because I was using them for shoots and whatnot, which is one of the reasons why I decided this would be the perfect time to go ahead and start, cleaning and rearranging. Much like these foot ninjas, they belong on the Ninja Turtle diorama, obviously. But I just haven't had the time. But those were my Jedis. And next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at one of the displays that is very near and dear to my heart, as I always talk very fondly of these movies, the Back to the Future franchise. Now, I absolutely love the Back to the Future franchise. It is in my top 5 favorite movies that I can watch over and over again, along with TMNT. But Back to the Future and I just connect on so many different levels. It's just odd how much I love Back to the Future. But as you can see, I do have multiple Neca Back to the Future figures here because I just loved how expressive and how many options we had. So I figured, why not get a figure for each version? So I went ahead and tried doing that. I still need another one or two 1955 docs and another for sure 2015 doc. But anyways, guys, moving on to my trooper shelf. Let me go ahead and just zoom out so you guys can see basically what it looks like in its entirety before we go ahead and take a nice close look. So here we have some Super Commandos hanging out. I actually have 6 of them. One's a custom Obi-Wan. If you remember that episode, you're cool. And I'm just kidding, you're cool if you're just watching this video. But we do have some more Black Series Mountain Troopers back there. We have the new Shock Trooper, the new Empire Crosshair, some clone troopers. One thing you'll learn very quickly is I love army building, and as you saw, there's 4 regular troopers there. There's the color troopers and of course the commanders. I am only missing Fox. That is the only clone trooper commander that I am missing in the Black Series line, and for some odd reason he went from like 40 to like 100 and something real quick. But anyways, guys, moving on to another shelf that has a very dear place in my heart, which is my Jurassic Park shelf. I absolutely love Jurassic Park. That is another movie that is in my top 5 favorite. Although I did throw in Arnold and Predator in the background only because it's like a jungle setting, and there's only 2 of them, and I just didn't really know where else to put them, so I went ahead and just shoved them there. Moving on to the final shelf of this bookshelf, it is my Power Rangers shelf. Now, this was a basically on the whim kind of creation. One day I was just like, you know what? I want some Power Rangers to remind me of my childhood. So as you can see, there's a theme here, mainly early thousands teams. As you can see, you got Time Force, you got SPD, you got Dino Thunder, but of course I like Mighty Morphin. So taking a look at some of my helmets from my collection, I have the Clone Trooper helmet, which was actually from back in the day, and I believe it when the original Clone Wars movie came out in theaters. Then I have the Black Series Stormtrooper and the new First Order. Those will be going up on mounts. When I mentioned mounting stuff earlier in this video, that's basically what I'm going to be mounting on the wall, or my helmets, using some towel racks. So I'll stay tuned for that. I'll show you guys in depth. And next up we have another helmet. This time it's the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett helmet, and I'm specifically saying Empire Strikes Back because I have the new Mandalorian Boba Fett helmet coming in soon. We do have his jetpack as well. We have Johnny Cash hanging out there next to the Darksaber, a droid head, and of course Mando's helmet, a Funko Pop of Fett back there, a few Mando Hot Wheels, and some Mezco collector coins. If you're a fan of the 1990s Turtles movie, you will absolutely love this display right here. It is basically the Turtles getting all mutated. Like I said, the 1990s movie does hold a special place in my heart because that one and Secret of Thieves both hold spots in my top 5 favorite movies. Just a real quick rundown: it is Batman, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, TMNT, and of course Revenge of the Sith. Those are my top 5 favorite movies if you were wondering. But here is my collection of Batmobiles. As you can see, everything is very dusty because I've been super busy, but that is the point of this weekend, is to rearrange and clean. Here's my small Hawaii display. I've gone twice this year and I absolutely cannot wait to move there. But until then, we'll just dream of warm waters and cold Kona beers. But moving on to my Army Builder shelf, as you can see, it is in total disarray. I did have them all standing, but they all took a tumble like dominoes, so I just left them in disarray. But above them I do have another Black Series Centerpiece, which I actually found all of them for about $12 on Amazon when they were clearancing out back in the day, with some added Stormtroopers. And moving on to one of my other favorite shelves, as you see, Batman makes another return here on my Beast Kingdom shelf, where I have Joker in the background as well as Superman. And looking back down at the Black Series Centerpiece, just to give you guys another quick look before we move on to another Black Series helmet and Star Wars lightsaber. Moving on to my I guess this is a newly added shelf. I guess this is a Master Chief Halo 3 Special Edition helmet. It is not wearable, even though Jazzwares just announced a new helmet, which I may buy and put that one away. But here we do have my Spider-Man display. Here are the web shooters I actually got at Disneyland over the summer at the new Avengers theme park, or Campus Land, or whatever they're calling it. Here's my Marvel Select Spidey. This bobblehead I have right here is actually from the 2002 release that my aunt gave me, that she had from way back in the day. So yeah, shout out to her. Here's my World of Halo shelf. Well, I should say at least my Spartan or UNSC World of Halo shelf, because I still have another shelf with some World of Halo figures on there. Just these ones are UNSMC or whatever they're called, or Spartans. But we'll talk about the next one in a bit, because we're moving on to my random shelf right here, where it is just nothing but random figures. As you can see, there's no real theme or anything, which really throws me, because as you can see, I am pretty organized with my theming and everything, and so having a random shelf really throws me off personally. But here's another World of Halo shelf with some grunts, elites, brutes, and of course the ghost. So yeah, guys, that is my somewhat of my, I guess, newest edition. But moving on to above that, we do have my DC Multiverse Collection. Here's my full set of the Suicide Squad. I absolutely love that movie, and after watching it, I knew I had to go get those figures, and that's exactly what I did. But as you can see, there's plenty of empty space to add more DC Multiverse figures that of course aren't Batman. So until then. But yeah, moving on, we do get a little transition of random figures going into some Funko Pops. I'll be honest, the Scarlet was kind of throwing me off. She was kind of just there randomly, so I figured why not just stick her on my random shelf, and it kind of alleviated some anxiety I was feeling at the moment, because, you know, I saw so much uniformity. It was like from McFarlane to Alien, and now it's Funko, and she was just kind of the oddball out. By the way, guys, keep your old boxes. Now, I'm not a closed box display person, but using them are a good cheap alternative to buying risers. As you can see, I have plenty of them here showing off my Funko Pop collection, because they're so small. So, you know, if you add some risers, add some height, you'll get some cool stuff. So here are my Batman Funko Pops. My favorite one is this back one right here, which the bat signal actually lights up. So this whole shelf actually used to be my Funko Pop shelf, but I have since then very much downsized it, and I think I may be downsized once again through this next phase of changing things around my room. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So yeah, I'll be right back to talk to you guys in a moment, so enjoy this little montage and B-roll, and I'll talk to you guys right now. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me for this first CoolFigurez collection tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I had a lot of fun showing you guys my collection, and to be honest, that was one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel, was to be able to share my collection with a broader audience of people and more people, because as collectors we have our friends and stuff, but it's nice to be able to share this with other collectors and compare your collection to theirs, see what they have versus what you have, and it's just really cool. So once again, thank you so much, not only for watching this video, but liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, anything and all of that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And once I do rearrange everything, I am planning to do a second one, an updated room collection, so that way you can see the changes I made. And that once again, that's one of the reasons why I did this video, is so that we can have it before and after. It's not going to change that drastically, I'll be honest with you, it's not. But there'll be some changes here and there that you will notice, and that will clearly make up a lot more space for me to have to add to my collection. And hopefully it can help give you guys ideas of what you guys can do to make space for your guys' collection, because isn't that the biggest problem that us as collectors face? Not how much money is it going to cost, how are we going to get the money, what, blah, blah, blah. It's where are we going to put this? What space are we going to utilize for this? You know, because we just are always running out of space, but somehow always pulling space out of our ass. So with that being said, guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and as always, guys, have a great fucking day. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. Check it out. If you like what you see, leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of any figures I do reviews on for this channel, go ahead and check me out over on TikTok at CoolFigurez. That's where I post all my unboxings. And join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you so much to this channel sponsor, VRare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, Pokemon card, and toy print needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. VRare Store, check them out, guys.